overview, no, with this exact simple interest, you have to remember that we use this value of your n, no, which is equal to d over 365 for ordinary year, and we will use n also equal now to d over 366 for a leap year. Okay, so in our previous lecture video, we need to determine, no, if the given year is an ordinary year or a leap year. So as you can see in the screen, when we consider a century year, example there is 1900s. Okay, as long as the last two digits there is having 00, so we consider that one as a century year. So another example of a century year is 2000. Okay, we have also this 1800s. Okay, and so on and so forth. And if you're dealing with that century year, so just follow the steps, no, as indicated in that box. Okay, and if you are dealing a year, no, which is not a century year, so you need to follow only two steps. Okay, according to that one is you need to divide, no, the given year, if it is not a century year, divided by 4, and if it is divisible by 4, so it is a leap year, otherwise it is an ordinary year. Okay, so don't forget to use, no, this n values equal now to this d over 365 for ordinary year and d over 366 for a leap year. Okay, so this is now our sample problem. Okay, so determine the exact simple interest on 5,000 pesos for the period from January 10 to October 28, 2020 at 16% interest. Okay, so from here we need to determine this exact simple interest, no, and we have this time period from January 10 to October 28 of year 2020, given this rate of interest of 16%. So before we solve this problem, we are concerned, no, with the time period, no, with the value of our n. Okay, and we do not know if what we are going to use, and as a basic step for this, you are going to determine if this given year, no, 2020 is a leap year or not. Okay, so first step here is you have to determine, no, if that given year is a leap year or not. Okay, if the given year is a leap year, okay, or not. So you have to check, no, so you need to determine if 2020 is a leap year or not. Since this is not a century year, okay, 2020 is not a century year, so therefore based on the step is you need to divide this 2020, you need to divide that one by 4. Okay, and then you will know if it is a leap year or not. Okay, so this is equal now to 505. Okay, so therefore we can say that this is a leap year. Okay, And then when we are considering the leap year, so we need to use this value of your n, which is equal now to d over 366, okay, where our d is just the number of days, okay, and our unit for this n is already in years, okay. So now we are concerned on getting this value of your d, okay. So we need to determine the days now from this January 10 to October 28. Okay, so before we will proceed to this number of days in this month of January until this October 28. So I will just give you an overview to solve and to determine the exact number of days for this duration of January 10 to October 28 of 2020. Okay, so I will give you here a technique using your hand knuckles. Okay, so as you can see in this figure, so this part here is our knuckle, okay, and also this one, this and this one, this is our hand knuckle, okay. So based on this technique, for those months we will assign from these knuckles here. So we have we will just put a number here. This is our first knuckle, second knuckle, third knuckle, and this is our fourth knuckle, okay. So we will just assign we will start with this first knuckle with the month of January, okay. So we will start it here. So this is our month of January, and then in between this knuckle 1 and 2, so I will just put the month here. This is our February, and for the second knuckle, January, February, and this is our March, okay. And in between the knuckles 2 and 3, so we have April, okay. And then we have for the knuckle 3, this is May, okay. And in between the knuckles 3 and 4, we have month of June, okay. And then in this knuckle 4, this is a month of July, okay. So after this one, we go back to the first knuckle, and since this is July, so this would probably be the month also of August, so we will have to change the color, so this would probably here our August, July, and this is our month of August, okay. And then in between again these two knuckles 1 and 2, August, and this is September, okay. And for this knuckle 2, October, okay. And in between knuckles 2 and 3, this is the month of November, okay. And for this knuckle 3, this is now the month of December, okay. And after that one, we need to determine the number of days, the number of days. So we will have to assign this with the color blue, okay. So based on this technique, you need to consider if the month or the month belongs to this knuckles 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the number of days here is just equivalent to 31, okay. So for the knuckle 1, okay, those months belonging to this knuckle 1, so the number of days is 31 days, okay. And belongs to this number 2 also, okay. So we'll have to put this way, I think it's better if we will put this this way. So we have here for the knuckles 1, for the knuckles 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it is equivalent to 31 days, okay? And for in between, no? In between the knuckles, in between knuckles, so it has this 30 days or less, okay? So based on this one, 1, 2, 3, and 4 knuckles, these months, January, August, March, October, May, December, and this July, are having this 31 days, okay? And in between knuckles, and the months are the February, September, April, November, and June. So the number of days here are 30 days or less. So therefore, if we are going to write now the number of months here, so we can say that in this first knuckle we have January and August. Okay, so January is 31. So let us write here 31 days. And for the month of August, we have here also 31. Okay. And March and October, so we have here again 31. And October is 31 also. And for this May and December, so we have again 31. And December, we have 31. So by the way, I included those months, November and December, for checking purposes only, if the number of days will sum up to 365 for ordinary year or 366 for a leap year, okay? So and after this December, we have July, okay? So this is July, okay? 31 days. And the only thing that you really need to consider, if it is a leap year, and if it is not a leap year, meaning it is an ordinary year, so it plays here, on the month of February, okay? So as you can see that an ordinary year, it only has this 365 days, okay? But for a leap year, it has a value of d, which is equal now to 366 days. So what is the meaning of this one? Since we have this year 2020, a leap year, so we are considering this 366. So therefore, we consider this February, equal to 29 days, okay? That is the technique there, If it is a leap year, so you will consider the February, the month of February having this number of days equal to 29. But if it is not a leap year, so you may use 28 days only if it is not a leap year. But in this case, we are having this 2020 as a leap year, so you will use 29 days, okay? And then in between knuckles, as you can see, 30 days or less, so you just put simply here 30 days, for those months, for those months which are in between these knuckles here. So you have to put 30 here and 30 here and also 30 here, okay? So just to check this one, kindly sum it up, if it will just total 2, since we are considering leap year, so this should be equal to 366 days. Okay, try to sum it up. Okay, so you can check now that this will just sum up to 366 days. Okay, so after that, we are only dealing no for this time period here, January 10 to October 28. So therefore, we confirm no that this is a leap year and it sums up to 366 days. So therefore, we will specifically consider the specific dates here, no, January 10. So from here, we are only considering no the number of days here, no, for January, since this is 31 days. So from January 10, so the difference no from 10 to 31 is just simply equal now to 21 days, no. So this is 21. So we will use only 21, no, because we are considering January 10 only, no, in its time duration. And for the month of February, we are considering here 29 days. Okay, also here for the March is we have 31. Okay, and also here for the April 30, and then for the May is 31, and for the month of June this is 30, for the month of July this is 31, and for the month of August is 31. Okay, for the month of September is 30. Okay, and for the month of October, we are going to consider only this October 28. So we only have these 28 days. Okay, so if you are going to sum up these days here, in which this is now our duration from January 10 to October 28, so this is just equivalent to 292 days. Okay, so therefore this is our small d, no, which is our small d here. Okay, so therefore we can say also that our n is just simply equal now to this 292 divided by 366. Okay, okay, so after that, you need to consider, no, since this 5,000 is given, no, and we are only after to this exact simple interest. So by formula, okay, by formula we have I, which is our exact simple interest, equal now to P times N times I. Okay, where our P is already given, no, which is 5,000 pesos. Okay, so this is 5,000 pesos, and our I is also given, which is I is equal now to 16%. So simply to get the value of your I is just equal now to this 5,000 times your N, which is 292, no, 292 divide 366 times this I, which is 0.16 in decimal. So our I is simply equal to how much? This is equivalent to, this is 638 pesos and 25 centavos. Okay, so this is it, no, the exact simple interest on this 5,000 pesos for the period from January 10 to October 28 of year 2020 at this given interest rate of 16%. So this is probably our answer, no, for this given board exam problem. Okay, so just remember this technique, no, no matter if it is a century year or not, no, as long as you know the technique using this hand knuckle, so you can solve, no, any problems involving exact simple interest. Okay, so I hope you learned something, no, out of this lecture video tackling and discussing this exact simple interest. And thank you for listening and watching, no, for this video, and these are my references, no, before we end. I'm using these references here to give you the best technique, no, as possible, to let you understand in most easier way. Okay, so again, thank you everyone, and God bless us all, and keep safe everyone.